as well. Let's welcome them. Hey, YouTube folks, welcome. Dr. Dion Napier with Amplify Vocal Studio, and I want to do a quick live and find out what kind of singer are you? What kind of singer are you? We're going to talk about Squeezy and Breathy types of singers, okay? Because most singers are in one of those categories. Sometimes you'll find some singers that's in the middle, but usually you either squeezing them vocal cords too tightly, okay? Or it's too breathy. The vocal cords are too loose. So I want to talk about that, and I want to give you some exercises that you can do to find balance. Because whatever end of the spectrum you on, you want to get to balance. It can't be too tightly squeezed. It can't be too breathy. So first thing, you want to identify, of course, what type of singer are you? And sometimes, y'all, a lot of times, for real, this can be connected to your personality type, okay? So me, I'm loud, I'm country, I'm passionate, all right? So I squeeze. I'm a squeezy type of singer, you know what I'm saying? So you got to examine, if you are more of a go-getter type of personality. Michael, hey Michael, if you are more of a go-getter personality, kind of in your face, you know what I'm saying? Like, just if that's your nature, a lot of times we do too much, right? We squeeze it. I know I am. And if you're a classically trained singer, welcome, Victoria. If you're a classically trained singer, often we squeeze too much too, especially when we're trying to get into a commercial style context. And we'll talk about that more in a minute. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, if you are more of a breathy singer, sometimes that's personality too. If you just chill and kind of hang out in the cut, you're not really, in your face. You're more, I don't want to say passive because I don't want to insult, but you're just more chill, more calm. You don't really speak loudly. You just kind of even, mild manner. Then you may be a little too breathy. So here's the thing. When you're too squeezed, when the cords are too tightly squeezed together, it's going to block access to your high notes. That's why we got to deal with it, okay? Now, if you are more of a breathy singer, you oftentimes are going to lack power, okay? Because the cords are not firmly coming together. We got all this air escaping, and so that ain't going to work either. So again, we want to find the balance, okay? I was going to demonstrate, but y'all know. So Squeezy, think Christina Aguilera. Hey! Right? All that tight squeeze. I'm tired just doing that. I don't see how homegirl do that all the time. Oh my God. But that's a tight squeeze, okay? The high notes can get cut off. Breathy, you want to think about like a little kid that's singing happy birthday, right? Little kids, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Breathy. Happy birthday to you. You see, it lacks power. It's cute, but it lacks power. So we want to have that balance, all right? So let's go. So to my squeezy singers, I got some exercises for you. So what you want to focus on is finding the balance by adding a little bit more breath to your tone, okay? I usually have my singers that are squeezy to imitate somebody singing breathy, and that usually gets them to balance. So one thing that you can do, a descending scale on we, you want to use we. E vowels are more forward. They're going to lean you more toward head voice. They're not so broad, so it's going to be harder for you to pull that chest up, okay? So we... And you want to do descending as well, so you're not pulling chest up. It's working opposite of what your habit is, okay? So you could do something like, woo, wee. Starting out with a woo, and that's just like a vocal throw. Woo, wee. Woo, wee. Make it breathy. Woo! Wee. Make it breathy. Woo! Wee. Okay, and that top pitch, woo! That's just like if you at a sports event or something, you say woo, right? Go team, go, woo! That's all that is. Don't overthink this stuff, okay? So here we go. Woo! Wee. Again. Woo! Wee. One more. Woo! Wee. Okay, so that's one exercise you can do. Now, it may feel feel a little weak to you because your habit is to pull chest up, but just go with it. Make it breathier than you think, and it's going to pull you toward balance. Another exercise that you could do is a breathy V. I think I've done this one before, but I love this. And this is just on the simple 5-tone scale. And it's going to go like this. Keep the breath. What's going to happen is when you start to get towards your bridge and you want to pull that weight up, you're going to be forced to find another way because your mouth is going to be closed. Woo, right? It's a trick, y'all. These are the tricks and the things that we do, but it resets and retrains your vocal cords so you can get the results you want, okay? So that's another one you can do, the breathy V, going up and then coming back down. All right, so that's for my breathy singers. Now, listening also, I always throw in listening work. Listening and mimicking. So listen to singers that have more of a breathy kind of tone quality. I like to listen to Brian McKnight. I like that, breathy, smoky kind of sound, and practice imitating that. That will reinforce the exercises that I just gave you. All right, so that's my squeezy type singers. Now, next for breathy type of singers, you're going to need to focus on getting firmer cord closure, okay? And I talked about this last time I went live. This is going to be edge work. That's the best thing for you to do. The way we strengthen edges, a great way is through staccato, detached exercises, okay? So you can do, for my classical singers, right, we're used to doing staccato. Let me see. It would sound something like this. Right? That's how that would sound if you wanted to do it classical. Now, a more contemporary style staccato is serving the same purpose, but you would do it's more like a creaky door. It's going to serve the same purpose. So I would even recommend, because we're training to be crossover singers, strengthening and training our vocal cords to be able to go back and forth. I say do both. So try one classical and then one more contemporary style to get the edge work in. So classical would be now let's do a contemporary. It's doing the same thing. It's just the style is different. This is classical. Now commercial. It's supposed to sound ugly. Vocal fry is not beautiful. Again, vocal fry in this case is functional, and the function is to get the edges closed. Okay, so we get more power in the sound. We get clean cord connection, which is going to improve the phonation, and it sets you up to have more power in your sound, less breathiness. All right, so here we go again. Alright, that's how that one goes. And for the second time, I'm not going to go back down, but you just go up and back and just train those vocal cords, right, to come together firmly. Another thing that you could do, and you don't even need a piano for this, this is also for breathy type singers. You can just do some vocal fry slides on wow or meow. So that would sound like wow. Wow. Okay, something like that. Also, meow. Meow. Y'all Y'all hear them edges catching? That's what you want. Keep the fry in there. Meow. Meow. I went the opposite direction. Okay, so those are some things that you can do to strengthen your edges. All right, and that's it. Squeezy or breathy, which kind of singer are you? Identify which one you are, and then follow the exercises I just gave you so that you can build toward that balanced ground. Okay, not too breathy, but not too squeezy, because again, when it's too squeezed, your high notes are going to be cut off. You want to have access to your high notes, but when you're too breathy, you're going to lack power. And we definitely want to sing with power. Okay. That is it. Any questions? Sade is a great, yes, Sade is awesome to imitate breathy. So if y'all are real squeezy singers, go listen to some Sade for sure. Thank you so much. You're right. Yes, yes, yes. Any questions? While I get a sip, I'm so glad y'all are here with me live. Any questions? Any questions at all? Anything? So my course is moving forward. We're not in a well, I don't have to say that, but the next basics of mixed belt course will be in January. So if you are interested in that, you can shoot me a DM on Instagram. You can DM me mix, and we can see if you would be eligible for the next round of basics of mix and belt. Because these are the types of foundations, you know, at the vocal cord level. Too squeezed, too tight, you're not going to be able to mix. You're not going to be able to belt. You're not going to be able to sing the music that you want to sing. So we have to take care of this kind of stuff. So yeah, hit me up if you're interested in my next cohort for my course, or if you're interested in one-on-one sessions just to work privately. I do offer those as well. I'll put those links in the description. You can complete a form on my website, or you can DM me Sing on Instagram, and we can chat in the DMs and see if you would be a good fit. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like anybody has any questions or any comments. So if you're catching the replay, thank you. Leave your questions, comments. I'll respond, and I'll be back next week. Y'all have a good weekend. Bye-bye.